Good morning, everyone. Apologies for the late start, but I promise you we're going to make up for it, giving you an outstanding and fantastic day today. Today is where we partner as public agencies, as private agencies, partner with the creative sector of Jamaica, all our outstanding artisans who make phenomenal products, and we display them here in July, inviting all of corporate Jamaica, all of the diaspora, all of anybody who wants to purchase items and have them ready in time for Christmas. Hence, Christmas in July. It all makes sense. So the idea is that you place large orders. You are impressed with the outstanding products here today. You place your large orders. The artisans go back to work happy with the contracts, make all the products and deliver for you in time for Christmas for your corporate gifts or your gift giving in general. And it's a win, 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 win right around. Anybody excited? Just me? Excellent. I'm Kerry Wallace, Executive Director of the Tourism Enhancement Fund. The TEF is an agency of the Ministry of Tourism led by our Honorable Edmund Bartlett, the Minister of Tourism. Within the TEF, there are divisions, and one of the divisions is the Tourism Linkages Network. Tourism Linkages Network also has a council of private sector experts who sit on that council, guiding the programs of the Linkages Network, so that what we do as government matches with what the industry needs. And so we have all these great, outstanding Jamaicans who play a major role, not just today for this event, but overall for the Linkages program. So let me start with my salutations. I mentioned already our outstanding Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Edmund Bartlett. I'm going to also acknowledge the presence of our Chairman of the Manufacturing Working Group of the Linkages Council, Mr. John Mafood. I'm going to acknowledge the Deputy Chairman of the Linkages Council, Mr. Kevin Hendrickson. I have my boss, the Chairman of the Tourism Enhancement Fund. I have to get it right. He's received so many accolades, and he's received a new one, honorary doctorate. So, Chairman, I have to make sure I get it right. It's the Dr. the Honorable Godfrey Dyer. I think he deserves a round of applause. David Dobson is our Chief Technical Director, and he'll join us to bless us with blessings here today. Our President of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, Mr. Clifton Reeder. Our CEO of Jamaica Business Development Corporation, our very valuable partner in this exercise, Valerie Vieira, and I notice your Deputy CEO as well, Harold Davis, is here as well too. The diplomatic corps is here in their numbers, and we are very grateful for you to be here to witness Jamaican talent manifested in outstanding products here today, and we're sure you will enjoy it all. So I'm sure you would have received programs. Let me just, for those who I missed out, I apologize, and as I come back and forth, I'll make up for that, I promise. Let me just single out Carolyn McDonald-Riley, who is our head and director of the Tourism Linkages Network as well. Her and her team has worked assiduously to ensure that this is a success. We're going to have, last but not least, we're going to have LaShonda Bailey Miller, who is going to give a testimonial. Her company is Inspire 365, and from what I've heard, her testimonial will be inspiring. So, without further ado, I'm going to call on Mr. David Dobson to come forward to bring some blessing on this occasion. David, let him feel welcome, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wallace, and thank you for having established the protocols. And that then allows me just to say good morning, everyone. It is also so very good that we take time to acknowledge our Master and Creator, particularly at an event like this, because as you know, the scripture says, except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. And so I'm going to invite you at this time to bow your heads and pause for prayer. Father, we thank you for another beautiful day that you have made. And thank you, Lord God, for the blessings that you have showered on us day after day. We thank you that, Lord, you have brought us together in this fashion. You have brought artisans, craftsmen, artists and entrepreneurs, Lord, together. And Father, they have come with the talents, the abilities that you have blessed them with, and they are here to display, Lord God, their different products. Father, I pray that you grant them the desire to excel and to rely on you for guidance and leadership. Father, we thank you for our minister, Minister Edmund Bartlett. Thank you for his strength and all those wonderful gifts that you have blessed him with. Vision, thought leadership, and commitment to hard work. We also pray, mighty God, for the various levels of leadership within the Ministry of Tourism and its public bodies. Pray for our stakeholders, including the manufacturing and agricultural technical working groups, the JBDC, and Father, the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association. We thank you for their continued collaboration, and we ask that you continue to bind us together as we work for your good. We pray, Lord, that after today, we will be able to see how today's event provide opportunities, how small businesses grow, and how they become integrated into Jamaica's tourism product. We also pray, mighty God, that this exposure will redound to increased contribution to the Jamaican economy. We also pray that all our participants see the need to rely on you for guidance and for direction, and that, Lord, we be careful to give you the glory, honor, and praise. We pray that the rest of today will go well, and that, Lord, we continue to give you all the praise as we tell you thanks now. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
The tourism people are just so multi-talented. I think that kind of prayer is at least deacon level in the church. So thank you so much, David Dobson, Chief Technical Director in the Ministry of Tourism. And I just wanted to give an idea of how the proceedings will go today. I know the flyers had said the MCs or the hosts would be Dr. Terry Carrell-Reed and Neville Bell. And I know I don't look like either of them, so sorry to disappoint you so far. But the truth is they are here, and they will come up at the section where they will do the tours. They'll be the ones doing the live hosting to the national TV as well as to the diaspora as we stream, to make sure that you actually get the exposure internationally when it's needed. But for now, you're kind of stuck with me, so apologies for that. We now welcome the chairman of the Manufacturing Technical Working Group of the Tourism Linkages Council, Mr. John Maffoon. He'll bring the welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Edmund Bartlett, CD, MP, Minister of Tourism, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Dr. Kerry Wallace, Executive Director, Tourism Enhancement Fund, and other heads of agencies of the Ministry of Tourism. Mr. David Dobson, Chief Technical Director, Ministry of Tourism. Mr. Clifton Reeder, President, JHTA. Mrs. Valerie Vieira, CEO, Jamaica Business Development Corporation. Mention also Mr. Kevin Hendrickson for allowing us the use of this location and his tremendous work in the tourism sector. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Tourism Enhancement Fund through the Tourism Linkages Network is proud to host the 8th Christmas in July trade show. Today's trade show is timelier than ever before as Jamaica continues to recover from the global shocks caused by the 2019 pandemic and supply chain disruptions stemming from international conflicts. The manufacturers you see displaying here today are testament to the statement that there's nothing wrong with Jamaica that can't be fixed. Our manufacturing sector consistently achieves between 8 to 9% of GDP annually and is the second largest contributor to the economy of all the goods producing sectors. Manufacturing is a critical component of Jamaica's tourism sector, which is why the Ministry of Tourism, through the Tourism Enhancement Fund, has established a manufacturing technical working group to prioritize enhancing the linkages between these two sectors. Christmas in July provides Jamaican producers of corporate gifts and souvenirs with the opportunity to access the alternate market segment while adding uniqueness and creativity to product offerings. The trade show aims to enhance linkages between the tourism and manufacturing sector, while fostering an inclusive tourism product that benefits all Jamaicans. To this extent, I want to extend commendations to our Minister of Tourism, Mr. Edward Bartlett, for his leadership and vision for the tourism sector. It is through your guidance that we continue to undertake these and many other impactful projects that not only transform the sector, but better the lives of people of Jamaica. Additionally, I offer special commendation to the team at the Tourism Linkages Network, led by Mrs. Carolyn McDonald-Riley, and many partners including JBDC, JAMPRO, JHTA, PSOJ, and of course, the JMEA. Turning to the participants and suppliers here today, I want to mention that there is a record number of participants who registered for the event. You are here because your products were judged to be of excellent quality and are very saleable. Hopefully, next year we can hold this event at a larger venue and also invite the public to come and buy. I'm proud of you, and you have invested your time and energy to get to this point. This event is only a step on the ladder towards achieving your goals, and no matter what happens in the next 2 days in terms of sales, it is important that you are here in order to expose your products and get ideas from other participants and getting feedback from buyers. I did make a purchase today, my brand compass by Dr. Terry Carell Reed. So I guess this is something that you might want to consider for yourselves. Maybe she'll give a discount to the participants. Remember that success takes time and great effort, and you will have disappointments and rejections along the way, but you must press on. Think of artists and actors who have to get over personal rejections for many years. They have to wake up every morning and press on, even though they had a rejection the day before. Sometimes it takes many years before you achieve success. Also remember that the quality of your product does not guarantee success. there are many great products that do not make it. Think of Grace hot pepper sauce, which we all use in Jamaica, but accounts for a very tiny sales on the world stage, versus Tabasco hot pepper sauce, which we would not use in Jamaica, yet Tabasco sells 200 million US per year in 160 countries. Also, do not fall in love with your products. I had a friend who found this beautiful natural spring in the hills of Labyrinth, St. Mary, and he fell in love with the beauty and taste of the spring water. He invested everything in it, but the marketing was not there to support it, and he failed. And you all know what is the #1 water in Jamaica, and it's not even a spring water. In order to be successful, your pricing must be competitive and not based on your cost plus a markup. Use contract manufacturing if you're in the food division, in the food area, by others who have the equipment and knowledge until you are big enough to manufacture yourself. Focus on marketing, not on manufacturing. Protect your property rights through trademark registration. Use social media to reach your customers. Protect your labels and brands through trademark registration. Ensure that your labels are BOS approved, including UPC, nutritional information, and are legal for sale in the US. Ensure that your brand and products, the labels are big and bold and stand out in the store shelves. Walking around today, I saw very beautiful labels, but they're very small. The name of the product is very small. The name of the brand is very small. It has to be big and loud so that somebody walking in a store 5 feet away can see and know what your product is. Knock on doors and do not give up. Walking around again and talking to a few of our participants here, I saw that, well, let me start off by saying that 180 participants with really high quality products that can be sold anywhere in the world, can be sold in the Caribbean, can be sold in gift shops, can be sold in pharmacies, can be sold online, but I fear that we're not yet exposing our products sufficiently. And each of us have to think about how we have this product so that we see a very impactful effort that comes from this. And the other thing I want you to think about is selling online, not just your own website, but through Amazon, through Carib Shopper, through Things Jamaica. We have to get your products exposed and take it off just these shelves here. Good luck, everyone. Have a wonderful 2 days, and thank you very much.
That was John Mafood, the chairman of the Manufacturing Working Group at the Tourism Linkages Network. And he was down to do the welcome, but as you saw, we actually got a workshop on best practices. So, so thank you very much for those gems of advice that I'm sure others would benefit from. Speaking of workshops, this today is not just a one-off. This is a build-up that's climaxing today at the trade show here, because we've had assessments, we've had workshops that actually help to share best practices. And thanks to the JBDC, thanks to JAMPRO, they assisted us in ensuring that that it was more than just getting the artisans and bringing them here. They went through a whole process of development, and I'm sure they would have benefited from. At this point, we're going to have two endorsements. The first one comes from our illustrious president of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, my good friend, Mr. Clifton Reader.
I'd like to, at this time, observe all protocols. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my distinct pleasure to bring you greetings on behalf of the Council and membership of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association. Our sincere commendations to the organizers of this event and for all the participants. We are particularly pleased to see that you have survived the ravages of the COVID-19 pandemic and wish you continued success. For all of you, I am proud this morning that you have not wasted a good crisis. We've seen recessive or dormant, but still viable creativity coming to the surface. You here today got into your creative realms during the pandemic, brave enough to leave your 9-to-5 jobs to venture out on your own. And I know success is knocking. At the JHTA, we want to know what we can do for you. We want to ensure that our doors are open. And I'm going to challenge every single member of my organization to industry prosper. It is very important, not only words. But we also need to verify, to check how many of those embryonic companies from 8 years ago are now medium-sized or large companies, to judge. Ladies and gentlemen, that you have the full support of. And before, we definitely need to have quality at a good price, but so many times I would send my purchasing agents into the field and they would come back to say, sir, we found quality, we found good price, but they can't supply the quantities we need. And that is very, very important. In doing this, I know that probably no individual company at industry, but if you come together as clusters, as groups, manufacturing similar products, then you will have the economy of scale to get your pricing right, to support your quality, and to make sure that when I purchase from you, it's not just a one-off, and the guests like the product, but they cannot get it a second time. Research and development is where we should start. Many times we make the best product. We fall in love with our product. It's the best thing on the market. But you did not do your research to see what exactly we are looking for. And that's why I'm inviting hoteliers to invite you into their properties to see the need. A simple thing, and Grace Kennedy was used as an example just now. I worked for a property a couple of years ago that went through almost 20 cases of Ackies on a Sunday morning. 20 small little tins to open. What if? Especially in these times of shortage of labor, what if I had it in a big jar, a big container? It would be so much easier, and I would save so much in terms of manpower. We also need to look at import substitution. And the only way you're going to find that out is to check with us to see what we're using that you can produce better. And you can make sure it's more economical. And sometimes we look at cheaper products as hoteliers, but they don't last as long. I can buy a broom from wherever, but if I buy a local one, it might be a little bit more expensive, but it's going to last a lot longer. So you have to educate us based on your product and how they're designed, what they're designed for. We also have in the industry, coming out of the pandemic, a demographic shift that you have to look at. In the last month or so, in my property, I've been getting a lot of complaints about food. And in analyzing it, I realized that I have a totally different market than pre-pandemic. So now it is up to me to change my menus to match the palates of those coming to me. It's no secret that the African American market discovered Jamaica, and they are in love with Jamaica, but we have to keep them here. This is a new market with different tastes from the guests we had before. Their requirements in terms of tours, in terms of travel, is different. But I can tell you, the spent per guest is almost 30%, both on resort items and tours, because they are not afraid to leave the property, go to attractions, go to restaurants, and that's how we will benefit as a country. Because if the tourists come and they're in this package all-inclusive for the 7 nights, we won't get that multiplier effect. We will be paying salaries to workers and taxes to government. But to the extent that we can encourage our guests to leave the property, and we have now a market ready to leave the property, but when they go outside the property, they don't want to see something branded Jamaica, but on closer inspection was not actually made in Jamaica. They want something authentic, something to work with, to take back home, to say this product was made in Jamaica by Jamaicans, and it benefits the people of Jamaica. So, in closing, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say to all my colleagues, whether you're a member of JHT or not, once you operate in the space of tourism, that the challenge is yours. Open your gift shops, open your craft markets, and your attractions to the people in this room so that we can benefit not only within the walls of our hotels, but externally in our communities and put young people to work. Thank you very much.
Well, 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 what gems we are getting, huh? We had, from manufacturing, we had all the opportunities and best practices, and from tourism, we are learning about all the trends and opportunities in the tourism space where we can get all our artisans. I'm trying to read their smiles, but I'm seeing masks, so I'm reading their eyes. I hope you're excited and seeing the potential. And after all, that is really what we are after with all this work we are doing. I wanted to pause and acknowledge the Executive Director of the JHTA, Camille Needham. I'd like to also acknowledge Joe Bogdanovich from Sumfest. And speaking of Sumfest, we partner with our artisans. Again, way beyond just today. We also invite a cohort of our artisans to the other events that we stage as the Linkages Network in order to build out the capacity. So we all know Jamaica has amazing rums, yes? Any rum drinkers? Just me? So we put on a rum festival, or we support the rum festival. And at the rum festival, we then have an artisan village at the rum festival where our artisans are there, exposed to the patrons at the rum festival. Anybody likes coffee? All right. We put on a coffee festival. After all, our Blue Mountain coffee is one of the best in the world. So we staged a coffee festival as part of our building out of the capacity, linking what we produce here in Jamaica with the tourism sector. So really, I hope when it's Minister's time to come up, I get a standing ovation for him, because the amount of and that he's doing well as well. Our numbers have been growing year after year. Yes, we had the pandemic, but post-pandemic, it's even growing faster than many other Caribbean islands. So yeah, let's give him another round of applause, our Minister of Tourism. Now, I heard President Reader throw out some challenges for our building out of capacity, of building out of consistency of supply, of volumes and so on. And the best person to come after him is the CEO of the Jamaica Business Development Corporation. And I see she's ready to throw back some punches, Clifton, so to show how we are moving forward with that building out of capacity. So let's welcome Valerie Virio.
Good morning, everyone. And I must say, to talk about rejection, the Minister of Finance for budget. Keep it a secret, Mr. Bafood. I really want to congratulate the Linkages Network for their continued support in ensuring that this presentation happens every year. And it has been happening for 8 years. And Carolyn and her team, some of you might know, but things happen all through the night. My own team at JBDC, the last contact with me was at 5:15 when they called and said, Ms. V, we just finished. And we're going upstairs for a small rest. So I want to salute them. Be showing off our producers today. But you know, I have a special endorsement for our minister, Minister Bartlett. And as a senior citizen, and it's nice to be a senior citizen, let me tell you, I'm getting a lot of discounts. I'm being called to the front and all of that. So I'm one of those people who, senior citizen mean privilege. But Minister Bartlett, every year for the last 8 years, has been strongly supporting this event. It has not been a flash in the pan. It has not been a photo op. That too, we need photo op. But the truth is, Minister Bartlett has been ensuring that the budget, the oxygen is there for this presentation. And Minister, on behalf of the sector for which JBDC has a special responsibility, we really want to thank you because it's important. This year, despite all the negative noise, and there's a lot of that around, we are proud to say that the applicants have increased significantly. One would have expected the opposite. My information is that we had 314 applicants, and last year we had 249. And normally you'd expect that it would have gone the other way. The fact that we have increased the applicants, for me, is Minister talk about resilient corridor. Me talk about resilient producers. Trust me. And we had 232 new entrants. People are doing things despite what's happening around us. And I challenge Mr. Reader, because you know I have to say that as JBDC. You couldn't see the eyes, you know what they're saying? We know that. We're doing that. And we really want the marriage to be consummated. We're looking for the consummation, you know, the courtship going on long, and we now want the consummation. The producers have really been making valiant effort to meet the standards. And we want to really ensure the understanding that we are not going to be the cheapest products, but we're certainly going to be the best. We're certainly going to be the products with the most vibes, because reggae in it. And that's part of the want that relationship to blossom, benefit of the effort they have been putting into the production of their products. And I really want, and I feel confident, to assure the potential buyers that we had serious screening, and the 180 producers that were finally selected had to score over 70% in the grading system. They had to have products at international standards. They had to have a capacity to produce and deliver on the orders that they hopefully will be overwhelmed with during these 2 days. And they have the understanding that they have to be realistic. So they can't take an order for 1 million things if they can only produce 500. And that's part of the capacity building that we jointly, all the agencies, the kind of support that we provide to the group. Reader, that they will be able to deliver on the orders that they will sensibly accept during these 2 days and beyond. Because I want to emphasize that this is not just a show of products, wonderful products and it nice and all of that. The end of the day, we're into business facilitation. That's what we're about. We can always make things pretty, but we want it to be more than that. We want it to be a business success for the producers who have put themselves out to be participating over these 2 days and the other many events that Mr. Wallace spoke about. Yes. So, what you saying, sir? I know that some people were not selected to participate, and I really want to make the point that we have not abandoned them as a network, as a group. What will happen is that those persons have an opportunity to join back the system and for us to assist them. In next year, they might be here, but certainly to make good opportunities that they can take advantage of whatever opportunities arise in the near future. So there's no abandoning of anybody. If you have not achieved 70% and over, it means that you are in process of moving to that stage. So that is our commitment, because we have a special responsibility as JBDC to ensure that all persons who have the will gets the support, appropriate support to move forward. And I really want to make that be there, because we have no failures. We just have people in process, and we want to ensure that they become right up front with the others in due time. So I want to again congratulate the efforts for all persons involved. I want to really thank again our minister for the kind of support. And I keep saying that because encouragement, lead to more. So I really want to encourage the minister to continue supporting the effort. And I want to particularly encourage our producers to continue moving that needle forward, because we have to rely on you. You really are the backbone, and I'm a little bit biased, I must admit, but I'm also practical. You are the backbone of the economy, and if your backbone not working, you can't stand up. So all of us, and we are representing many different industries here, different sectors, and all of us need to come together. And we do believe in clustering, Mr. Reader. That's part of it. That's why when we say MSME, we never leave out the first M. The micro can participate, and we do provide that kind of capacity where they can cluster for success. So JBDC, the family at JBDC, we have committed to this process, and we will always be here supporting not only the event, but the sector, because they are the reason for our being. And they are the reason why every day, despite 5:15, go to bed time, they are the reason for the energy that you will feel at JBDC, because we truly believe that this is a sector that can move that economic needle forward. And therefore, we are committed to be part of the process and to working with the linkages network. I promised Mr. Mahfoud that this morning, to work to ensure that we really expand the sector, importantly, develop the market opportunities so that people can really earn and expand. And we're talking about generational wealth, that whoever is producing today, your younger ones in the family must see it as a possibility to continue and expand the process. So we're talking about generational wealth as well. So, good luck. I want you to be dizzy at the end of the 2 days with the whole heap of orders you're going to have to write. I'll be there to hold you up, don't worry. So be dizzy with success, and we look forward to a wonderful and successful 2 days.
Wow, I love that closing. Dizzy with success. I'm gonna steal that one. I'm gonna borrow it. Well, Valerie Vieira, I mean, look at her outfit. She walks the talk, made in Jamaica, and such a stunning outfit as well. Don't you agree? Now, over the years, we've had the Christmas in July, and you've heard it's 8 years running. And based on the response that we've got from the manufacturers who've participated, over $130 million have been experienced in sales from participating in the trade show. So let's have a round of applause for that, 130 million. But to speak more specifically to an individual's success from participating in the event, we're going to now invite Mrs. Ashonda Bailey Miller. She's going to come forward, artisan, to speak about her success.
Minister Bartlett, members of the Diplomatic Corps, kindly allow me to follow the protocols that have already been established. I am LaShandra Bailey, Inspire 365. As the name suggests, we inspire every day and we do so using jewelry. It was while recovering from my many depressive episodes with my passion for jewelry and gave life to Inspire 365. And we are grateful for the opportunity to showcase our work and inspire the world with our jewelry. In 2020, despite the pandemic, our handmade Afrocentric pieces were featured in Style Jamaica's fashion show. TEF, enough big up. In 2021, we changed up things a bit. And our biggest highlight came in March of 2022. I can probably say my Christmas did come early. Because when the Duchess of Cambridge stepped off the plane wearing our She's Royal bracelet, she paired it the next day with her Happy Pearl bracelet. So of course, you know, say, me elated, me excited. This incredible opportunity was as a result of our participation in last year's staging of Christmas in July and being featured in the catalog. And I know some persons might be asking, you know, how it get from the catalog to the Duchess Anne? Well, let me share the story with you. I was home one evening and my phone rang. Looked on the phone, me see Washington, D.C. So of course, you know, say, me not expect no foreign call, so me start get skeptical. Showed the phone. Showed the phone to my husband. He said, answer it. If anything phony, you just hang up. Answered the phone. A lady was on the other end of the line. She identified herself as someone from the British High Commission. Of course, my antenna gone up, because why would someone from the British High Commission be calling me? Then the person started mentioning the Duchess of Cambridge, and if I know that she is coming to Jamaica, again, what that have to do with me? Me just not get it. And then my anxiety started fading when the words Christmas in July and catalog were mentioned. The lady on the other end of the line said to me that, you know, the Duchess of Cambridge is coming to Jamaica and, you know, we are looking for something Jamaican to give to her. We were going through the catalog and we saw your work. We love your bracelets. What are they made of? How can we get them? The bracelets were prepared and they were picked up the next day. I'm going to tell you one next little secret. At the last material I did have when I used the Duchess bracelet. We have since served customers in Canada, United States, Dubai, Australia, Czech Republic, Italy, and UK. Notwithstanding, they had to wait 2 weeks for their products to be shipped, and of course, I had to spend some extra time to make something extra for each person to compensate for the wait time. So if you're here today and you're wondering if the trade show makes sense, trust me, it does. You don't know where your call will come from. It may not be from the British High Commission. It may not be this year, but be prepared. I must tell you, I was not prepared. Because when I got the call, they say, don't expect anything, you know. Nothing might come of it. And don't say to anybody, well, I blocked it out of my mind. I did not try to get, it never even dawned on me that, something might come of it. Gather some material. I had nothing. I literally used the last material to make the Duchess's bracelet. So be prepared. So Minister Bartlett and the Tourism Enhancement Fund, one more time, big up. Despite the pandemic and the lockdowns, you made sure that creatives still had a platform to share their passion. So last year and the year before, the show like this was virtual. Most of us stayed home and watched it online. This is a good thing you are doing. Those of us who have benefited and those who are about to benefit are immensely grateful for this opportunity to showcase. And if I may say one more time, big up. But before I go, when you're making your walkthrough, make sure to stop by Inspire 365. And those of you who are watching in virtual land, it's INZZPIRE. We replace the S with Z. And if you want to find the items that the Duchess wore, you may find them at Steels and Mantras, that's our other Instagram page, and just replace the S them will sound like Z, just replace them with a Z, and you will find us. So it's Inspire 365, Steels and Mantras. Thank you.
Wow, what a testimonial. I'm sure you'll agree it was amazing. Trying to get this to stay up. All right, thanks. So heartwarming. I mean, I swear I glanced and saw a tear in Minister's eyes. One thing to have your products reach as far as the Duchess of Cornwall. It's another thing when you hear personalities like that speak. Because in tourism, would you believe that although we're blessed with powder white sand beaches and cascading waterfalls and rivers and valleys and all these amazing natural assets that Christopher Columbus, who had visited so many other places, but when he got to Jamaica, he said what? It was who was paying attention in history class? The fairest land that the eyes of man has ever beheld. Yes. When Martin Luther King came to Jamaica, he said he's never felt as much as at home as here in Jamaica. And so it's a special place. But still, when we do our exit interviews at the airports and we ask our visitors, what is the number one thing you liked about Jamaica? You know what comes up? The people. People. So just like Ashonda just now, that kind of personality that just exudes energy. And speaking of energy and vibration, Minister putting you on the spot now. Our illustrious minister, we are so proud of him. He's achieved so many accolades across the globe. I think everybody here will agree that he's the best tourism minister this country has ever seen. And with his leadership, we even had a pandemic that had put so many other countries out of business and halted their progress. But here in Jamaica, he's led a team to ensure that our recovery is so much stronger than anywhere else in the Caribbean. And for that, we are proud too. But I think we're all eager to hear from him directly. So I'll now just ask you to put your hands together and welcome the Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Edmund Bartlett.
So I take it that Dr. Wallace really wants to keep his job. Distinguished brothers and sisters all, you have already heard the speech. Because the combination of what John Mahfood said, what the president of the JHTA said, and certainly what Valerie Vieira said, and the coup de grace, what Lashonda Bailey has said, really tells you everything that is needed to be said. But you'll permit me to just offer a thought or two of my own. You notice I came without the script. And I kid you not, that's very true, including the numbers that Valerie gave with regards to participation and the quality control methods that we have and so on. Of your sales over provide some inspiration, because even in the recession that is looming, and then worst in the pandemic, which we are trying to get out of, when we were in what we call, if anything, and we relied heavily on virtual experiences to enable connectivity, we were still selling. And as Lashwanda, Shonda, a bit, because you're already out there big and broad, and I want to say something about, so it's SHAWN, so that's LaShawn. All right. Okay, so Mrs. Bailey, you indicate that what makes, I have to start by commending Carolyn Riley and the Linkages Network. I really have to start with that. It's not to have an idea. It's not even to culture an idea. It's to sustain an idea which adds value. Is what makes the difference. And the extraordinary. Being here and because and adding value is what takes you to the next stage of your own development. And adding value is what gives you pride and joy and satisfaction that you have accomplished. So adding value is a defining dimension. This network has been able to do for the tourism industry. It has added value to the contribution and involvement of the small and medium enterprises that are so critical to the delivery of the tourism experience. 80% of the experiences of tourism worldwide is driven by small businesses. So if we that $9.6 trillion was spent by tourists across the world. The normal, logical thing would be, if 80% is driven by small and medium, then it means 80%. Truth is, it's not so. It's perhaps the reverse. where only 20% of that expenditure resource comes back to small and medium enterprises. So, to make a greater call on that resource, that expenditure level of tourism, is the mission that must occupy our minds. And that's what the linkages is. Show that tourism is really not a discrete activity, it is a defined economic activity that is measurable. But it really is a confluence of many economic and social activities that must come together seamlessly to create an experience that people like. And if we said that 80% of that experience is the small and medium enterprises, we must build their capacity to be the beneficiaries of it. So we started with training. First item on our agenda, how do you build the capacity, the mental acuity and the abilities of our creative minds and producers to do more, to have a broader sense of their own creative horizon, and to be able to convert that creative energy into material goods that are being displayed here today, for example. The second was to finance, to find a way to provide the financial support to enable not just now the conversion of the ideas, but the building of inventory and capacity to produce more, and to manage that process of production. And finally, thirdly, which is what LaShonda is talking, so I get to write this time, I think, is marketing. So marketing, financing, and training capacity, human capacity building. Three key pillars on which there is and medium tourism enterprises. So next week, we will have more than 50 countries of the Americas sending the first small and medium tourism enterprises resilience building against disasters. And that came out of my chairmanship, with a little humility I say that, of the Recovery Forum for the OAS. As you know, Jamaica is the chair for CITUR, and CITUR is the group within the OAS that is responsible for the tourism activities in the Americas, North and South America. And so we chaired that task force, and the report was done and ready. And as a result of that report, the focus that we had on small and medium tourism enterprises became the focus now of the OAS in this recovery dispensation. And Jamaica is the location for the first high-level discussions, which will take place next week in Montego Bay. And part of what, and it's fully sponsored by the OAS and the US. So, Kevin, you know about it because it's at Holiday Inn. And it happened too in collaboration with the Caribbean Hotel and Tourist Association that Nicola Madden, our Nicola, is president of. So you see how Jamaica is providing its own space for thought leadership and a direction, in terms of building capacity for small and medium tourism enterprises. I just want to remind you that before that, we had former President Uribe here for the first ever global conference on small and medium tourism enterprises in Montego Bay in 2019, you recall. And Jamaica has been leading the discussions in the UNWTO circles and all over the world on building the capacity of this. So we work with the Saudis now, and the Minister of Tourism for Saudi Arabia, who is also the chairman of the Saudi Fund for Development, which is one of the largest funds available for, worked with the World Bank and provided $100 million for small and medium tourism enterprises. And Jamaica, we had a discussion only last week in Dominic, because we had the first ever Caribbean Saudi Arabia Investment Forum, and the Junior Minister for Tourism came to see me to discuss the MOU which Jamaica has with Saudi Arabia, which we are the only country in the region that has a tourism MOU committed to collaborating in a number of areas that we can provide value and they can provide resources. So in the discussion, we made the point that Jamaica has to have the first project. So we must become the first beneficiary of the support for small and medium tourism enterprises from that $100 million US. Now, that's a wish, because you know when it goes into the multilateral system, it's a different measure, and you have to make sure that but we know we are capable of doing that, because we have the frame for it, and we have the projects. And I think that we have already worked with the World Bank through the READY program. And READY 1 was successful. And now we have READY 2 because 1 was successful. And so we already are inserted in that process. So it can't be difficult for us to be the first beneficiaries of it. Now, this is important because it's going to do two things. One, it's going to help us to build capacity, first of all. That is for us to be able to train more, to give more information. But I want to insert a particular new dimension to it, and that is the business of ideas mining, ideas development, where a portion of that fund, already I have put 31 million Jamaican dollars from TEF for that specific purpose of identifying ideas that are out there. Young people with new ideas. No money, no collateral, no support otherwise, but ideas. I want those ideas because tourism thrives on ideas. It's ideas that are converted into experiences that we sell. So ideas create innovation. And innovation is about adding value. Innovation is not about invention, although it could entail some invention. Innovation is about adding value to that which you have. And so there is nothing that you need to not take from your next door neighbor or from within your house, in your country, that cannot be made into something more special, more desirable, more alluring. And because tourism is driven by every single person has a chance to insert himself. And I said quickly to them, did you know that a simple, foolish idea like having 2 crustaceans race makes money for people in tourism? I said, what do you mean? I said, yes, crab race. Have you ever seen crab race? Soldier race, soldier. You know soldier, little shell? Yes, the race. and tourists pay money. As simple as that. Now, you take it from that very basic element to aeronautics, and now to digital technology and, cyber technology, and you name it now, to metaverse and all the new cognitive developments that are there. Tourism is inserted in all of that. But it can start from a basic idea as simple as having 2 crabs race to make money. No other industry in the world has that capability. None. And this is why tourism is the preferred activity for recovery after global disruptions. And therefore, it is no doubt that tourism is now driving the global recovery and is seeking to suppress the level of recession that the world is seeming destined to face. Our own experience here in Jamaica testifies to that. We've been able to have 4, 5 consecutive quarters of economic growth in Jamaica because tourism has grown by triple digits every single quarter for the last 5 quarters. And the next quarter, which ends the 30th of June, when those results are out, tourism will again lead the growth because we have had a phenomenal first quarter in the fiscal year, April to June. April was almost our full recovery. May, a solid. June was absolutely beyond 2019 recovery. And July has already been trending. In the first 10 days, we have nearly 100,000 visitors that have come to Jamaica. And what that has done in terms of providing foreign exchange has been the basis on which the stability of the current exchange rate is predicated. And so as long as we continue to have that, then we are assured that our foreign exchange situation will be at least stable. But I want to close by saying something which is critical to what we're about here today. And in future-proofing the small and medium tourism enterprises to be a continued driver of the tourism experience, we have to recognize that building quality, consistency, volume, and good price points are central to the competitiveness of our products. No one wants to come to Jamaica to get an item which is inferior in quality. No one wants to come to Jamaica to get an item that is overpriced for its value. No one wants to come to Jamaica and search for something that they seriously want because they've heard so much about it and can't find it. And therefore, your job is to help us to remove the original stigma of our being a destination of samples. And that's the challenge. But we are making that challenge against the background of a recovery that is not uniform, a recovery that is not linear, a recovery that is loaded with disruptions, valued in various ways, and more importantly, looking at supply chain disruption. So we know that there are going to be challenges for you. Challenges in terms of the cost of money, challenges in terms of inflation. Yes, there are going to be challenges. Challenges too in terms of the markets. But we recognize those challenges. And as a government and as the Ministry of Tourism, with the JHTA, we are responding to those challenges. So we're doing two things. One, we are trying to future-proof your process by enabling the three key things I mentioned before: training, development, financing. The Exim Bank still has about $600 million that is there for lending, having done $1.5 billion already. Jamaica National still has a little over $100 million that is there for you, even though they have done $350 million already and benefiting 900 people. JBDC has a nice portfolio there, also waiting for you. So the resources are being lined up. And yesterday, if I'm allowed to take a little tale out of school, you know, in discussing the whole business with JDB and Exim and so on, we are securing the window for the small and medium tourism enterprises, that the funding that has been put in place for you will remain there, and also the portfolio management with all of what we said you were going to have, the cheapest and most affordable and accessible funding in the business will remain so. The timeline for repayment will remain so. And we are going to be expanding that as we go along, because we recognize that you must have the capacity and you must have the financing. And our first artisan village will be ready for you in a short while in Falmouth, right on the pier, so that as the ship docks, boom, the visitor will walk straight into your market and be able to see your products and be able to patronize you. That's future-proofing on your side. Now, we're future-proofing the market. So we recognize that the disruptions are going to now upend our original and what we call legacy markets, the United States, Canada, UK, yes. So the question is, where are we going to get the numbers from to keep the flow to satisfy your demand, since I'm asking you to produce? So we went to the Middle East. But going to the Middle East is not about necessarily bringing Middle East tourists into Jamaica. Going to Middle East is to open the gateway for the 4 largest airlines in the world to be able to bring people from Asia, North Africa, the MENA countries, yes, but also the Levant countries that include Turkey and Armenia and Azerbaijan and places like those. And then, secondly, the African. And perhaps I should just tell you that I've just been made patron for Africa Tourism Day, which is going to be in November of this year. And the African countries are looking now to us, to the Caribbean. So I met with Rwanda here in Kigali 2 weeks ago, and they are beginning to put into place the arrangements. I'm meeting with Ethiopian Air and in Kenya Air to take care of the East Africa side of the connectivity. Earlier, I met with Royal Jordanian in Amman in order to deal with the Levant countries, and the Turkish Airlines are also on card for discussion. So on the southwestern side of Africa now, we have to deal with South Africa Air and in Lagos to deal with that. So in a short while, the president of Namibia will be here. We have a MOU to sign with that. So we will have MOU signed with Namibia, MOU signed with Botswana, MOU signed with Rwanda, already with Kenya, Nigeria, and South Africa. So the African connection is coming together. And finally, on the 17th of February next year, we will have the first ever Caribbean African Forum right here in Jamaica when we launch the first Global Tourism Resilience Day. So we are making sure that we future-proof. I can't say any difficulty. I can only say, as we did in 2008, we were able to hold our own after the recovery to have exponential growth. So bear with us as we do that. I just want to give the assurance. Watching a recession, we are going out there to future-proof this industry against the recession. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.
Minister of Tourism, Honorable Edmund Bartlett. Not just that, but he left his speech at the foot of his chair. So what you heard was all that was coming from his heart. Of tourism we have. And I hope you're all inspired. Yes, future-proofing our industry and our SMTEs. At this point, nothing more remains except for us to give the vote of thanks and to transition into the highlight for the artisans, which is where we're going to do a tour, and we're going to also every single one of you as we go through with the dignitaries here, and we will also have radio personalities and TV personalities. In fact, I see them on cue, waiting for me to stop making a mockery of their profession. The director of the Tourism Linkages Network, Caroline McDonald-Riley.
Honorable Edmund Bartlett, and I'm going to say CD, MP, Minister of Tourism. Godfrey Dyer. There are lots of honorables here. Our Executive Director, my boss, Dr. Carey Wallace, and other heads of agency at the Ministry of Tourism who are here present and also listening. Our Diplomatic Corps, Mr. David Dobson, Chief Technical Director, Mr. Clifton Reeder, President and Tourism Association, Ms. Val Rivera, our CEO, Jamaica Business Development Corporation, Mr. John Mahfood, Chairman of the Manufacturing Technical Working Group, and of course we have seven. It's 5 networks and 2 technical working groups. This is one such, of which distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We at the Tourism Enhancement Fund are proud to host this, our 8th annual Christmas in July trade show. It's our flagship event, and this continues to forge economic linkages between Jamaica's tourism sector and the manufacturing sector. I want to specifically thank our Honorable Minister of Tourism, Minister Edmund Bartlett, for continuing to envision creative ways to promote inclusive tourism and benefits to all Jamaicans. Thank you, Dr. Wallace, for being our awesome Master of Ceremony for this morning's program. I wish to extend a very hearty thanks to all our partners, specially invited guests, and managers to be here today. Allow me, though, to specially acknowledge our Christmas in July assessors, who over the past 2 months have combed through over 314 applications for the trade show and narrowed it down to 180 awesome manufacturers that we see here today. Today would not have been possible without them. Additionally, I would like to thank my team, and I'd like them to stand wherever they are. My team and this project, headed by Tashika Clark from the Tourism Linkages Network, for their unwavering support. I must tell you, group of young people, I'm the oldest one on the team, but their results, their efforts in this initiative, and for so many other projects that we work night and day together. Ms. Val Rivera, I'm claiming your team because sometimes it's so seamless. I left, I didn't stay until 5:15. I must. On behalf of the Ministry of Tourism, the Tourism Enhancement Fund, and specifically the Tourism Linkage, I'd like to extend best wishes and in added products that will augur well for our industry and in the future. A million more ideas for us to execute, and we look forward to doing them. Invite you, after we have invited our two gracious hosts, you're going to walk and explore. But we had to finish with the excitement. We had to get Dr. Terry what Christmas is about. Just look at them.
Thank you. Thank you. You look stunning. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. Ladies first. But today I thought beauty say it go. Age before beauty. I said that because I want to say Mr. Mahfood kind of preempted me, but of the 180 first time. Yeah. So plug her book down there. So please go and support them. Dr. Wallace said, when I was a young man, I thought in a very serious way that I lived close to Warwick Hill. And I thought you could actually go at the top of the hill and touch the cloud. I actually thought so. So when I heard Dr. Wallace say, high mountains up in the clouds, I says, me and you, bright. So I wasn't stupid all along. But great presentations from everyone. And give yourselves, the exhibitors, a round of applause. What beautiful stuff here this morning. You too. Clap yourself.
No, listen.
Wonderful stuff this morning.
Thank you so very much, Neville. But, you know, tell me, boy, Derek, a little entrepreneurship thing, it kind of rough, you know? You couldn't tell me. Thank you so very much, MC. Trying to take my job.
No,
but
sir.
Everything is cool.
Yeah.
Job well done. We give God thanks. Before we even start off and say, you know, an official welcome, we give God thanks. And we give God thanks because I'm so happy that post-pandemic, you guys are still surviving and thriving. Some of you were able to survive during the pandemic, and some of you were able to emerge as entrepreneurs during the pandemic, and that is a very big deal. So put your hands together for yourselves, as Neville said earlier.
And it's a serious thing, because I think, if you don't know, I am a broadcaster, so I interview folks a lot. And in the last couple of years, thank God, I've kept my job, and in a very serious way. But every time I interview someone and they say, well, it started in 2021, and I say, in the middle of the pandemic? So she's right. So many people got hurt and are still hurt, but so many people just decided, well, I'm going to do something. This fella first, clean up in a very serious way. So again, God bless you all, and what a great job.
Because I heard the minister, there is an exhibitor by the name of Laverne Wright. Laverne Wright, who I understand is a part of the deaf community. So we say good morning, we say welcome. Thank you so very much for supporting. And it is also very important that even as we speak about our creatives, that we do not just think about the ones who are able-bodied, that's what they like to say, that we don't even use that term anymore, but that we welcome other creatives from different.
We look like Christmas every month. That's only July.
So here we go. So we say welcome again to Christmas in July, not only to those of you who are here with us in the audience, but we understand that there are those of you joining us live via TEF Jamaica on YouTube, Facebook, as well as Instagram. If you are here, we're coming to you live from the Jamaica Pegasus, and we will be here until 5 p.m.
Will join us. I'm not certain, to be fair, the minister can stop at every single booth. So we don't want you to say, boy, minister, you walk past me, you know. But it's almost impossible to stop at 180 booths. But we have different sections, and the minister will see everything. So shall we do that now?
Yes, so we invite the Honorable Edmund Bartlett, Dr. Kerry Wallace. We invite Dr. John Mafood, Valerie Vera, the Honorable Godfrey Dyer, as well as Clifton Reader to be a part of the delegation. And we want to remind you that there are how many groups here? How many categories? 5. There's fine arts, aromatherapy, souvenir, fashion and accessories, and outside we have processed food. So we start with fine arts.
And it's important that you listen because we have a couple of giveaways. So Mr. Wallace, brilliantly done, sir. Trying to take my job, sir.
That's why you come to all the events watching me, because you're coming to take my job. Great job.
So as Terry Carell said, we start with this side. And again, yeah, we'll start here, sir. But again, Miss Val, big speech. Big time speech. We love it.
We want to also remind you that persons who are coming in as patrons, they will get the opportunity, they'll get their passport that gives them a very good idea of all of the exhibitors here and what you have to offer. Feel free to sell yourselves.
And Minister.
So I'm over here in the fine art section, which is one of my favorites simply because I collect art. And what's so beautiful about Christmas in July is 95% of the gifts that I give at Christmas are actually local. And so for persons who are part of my tribe online, they will know that I always collect art. And I'm seeing the usage of coffee beans. What's the name of this brand? J Pearl accessories using buttons and other material. That's beautiful. Stones. Pistachio, Law Creativity. Stunning.
Yeah. Minister Bartlett, if you could come this way, please, sir. Apparently there. Minister. Yeah. So our presentation, as Terry Carell said,
A lovely wooden gift.
no, I don't think that's.
SN Craft Limited. Beautiful gift.
Just gave the Honourable Sir.
To the Honourable Godfrey Dyer. And we're still in the fine arts section. And if you guys could, just ensure that we can actually see the name of your brands. It makes it very easy. So this is, I believe, Woodman 876.
Yep, nice.
And this is a presentation to the Honorable Edmund Bartlett, Minister of Tourism. Gizom artistry. I love it. Beautiful, and I will definitely sign your book.
We kind of want to give our photographers an opportunity to get the moment. So if the presentation could be made for all to see. Woodman 876.
Stunning. Stunning. Yes. Stunning. I love this. Bigger studio. I love it. Using photography and applying it to canvas. Gorgeous.
Minister, as we move along, sir. Minister, as we move along, sir.
So the minister, as well as the delegation, is trying to make their way across fine arts. We're seeing woodwork. We're seeing glass. Hi. So what's really cool about this is I'm actually seeing brands that I know, I follow. We talk. I've seen the work. Lee Creates, you know, you're one of my favorites on glass. You doing anything for kids this summer? Because I know sometimes you have your sip and paint for kids to do work on glass. Anything this year?
I'm doing workshops at least once or twice a month, especially for kids and adults, families. Welcome.
I'm looking forward. I'm going to keep my eye on you. So again, we are in fine arts. We're looking at canvas, photography, wood, the use of different material like seeds, stones, pistachios, shells. I'm seeing glass. I'm seeing acrylic, resin.
Again, we asked the minister to come this way. And Dr. Wallace.
Beautiful.
Dr. Wallace, we need you down here also for another presentation. Minister. Minister, this way, please, sir. Dr. Wallace, a presentation to you from GIA Associates.
This is gorgeous. Is it Leonia's? Leonia Pottery. Where are you located? In Kingston? You're in St. Catherine, the best parish in Jamaica. Fight me. These are gorgeous. And you're found online. We can find you online as well. Leonia McCoy. Leonia. Stunning. I love your pottery work and the artistry. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Minister, Dr. Wallace, here's a presentation to Dr. Wallace here. GIA Design Collections, God inspired, and they want to make a presentation to Dr. Wallace.
Oh.
Here's Dr. Wallace.
No, just look at that. I literally passed a booth and I said, stunning. And then I looked at the name and it said, stunning art. Makes a lot of sense. Devon Townsend, this is stunning. I love how you use the breadfruit and you turned an entire breadfruit into your tea set. Very cool. Stunning. The name makes sense. It just makes sense. We're still in the fine arts section, but guys, we're coming around. We know that there's aromatherapy, there's souvenir, fashion and accessories, as well as processed foods on the outside. We're seeing wood, resin, shells, seeds, stones, glass.
Minister, can you come this way? Another presentation, this time to Miss Val. Come, Miss Val.
Oh, absolutely.
And the presentation be made by?
Dana Ball of Bauhaus Design Studio.
Bauhaus Design. So here's Miss Val. Where's the presentation to be made? Give me 1 second so we could get some.
And I see AF Prince. I'm extremely familiar with AF Prince. They do absolutely great work. Oh, this is the infamous.
Minister, could you come over here, sir? Another presentation. Could you make the presentation now? Bauhaus Designs.
One of my favorites, one of my favorite Jamaican brands. Bauhaus Design. Oh, this is nice. Is it Illume? Illume Creations. Is this acrylic? Acrylic as well as light? This is stunning. This is lovely. These make the perfect gifts, perfect tokens, perfect souvenirs, even though you are found in fine art section, or are you souvenirs? Fine arts.
So another presentation. Yep.
So this is the Silver Hall Designs. Love how you used bottles and bandana, recycled bottles. That's even better. Very nice. I think I like the diversity of the fine arts. We're seeing acrylic, we're seeing bottles. The bottles light up. Very nice. I'm seeing the solar. Lovely. Fantastic. I hope that some of the exhibitors here actually
Minister,
have an opportunity to visit the other booths. You should be in fashion and
So
design.
I know you expected great stuff, Minister, but when you actually see them, how does this make you feel?
No, well, first of all, to see the array of the creative output of our people is really so satisfying. Not only does it satisfy your aesthetics, but it sees in the value of adding more, and that's what we want to do. Each time we go, we must be adding more, and I see it in the creative output here. So marketing for us becomes a little easier when we have more.
You travel a lot. How are we compared to the rest of the countries?
It compares well because it's innovation. And part of what makes the difference is the uniqueness that comes with your innovative touch. You're doing something nobody else is doing because it's the product of your own mind, it's your own creativity that is brought into it. And that's what we sell in tourism. That's what makes the difference. People travel for that. And so I'm happy that Jamaica is now getting there. And when we go to the foreign markets, people who are accustomed to high quality creative products and come to Jamaica and see what we have, yes.
Thank you, sir. Where's Terry Carell?
I'm right here. I'm actually over here in the corner. Thank you so very much, Minister. I know that you're a very busy man. Boy, I tell you, good to see you. We just wanted you to see these over here using different kinds of material, from the wool to the recycled bottles. I know you're very big on ecotourism, so those bottles are recycled, and on the top you'll see the solar.
But you see what we mean by innovation. This is what we're talking about. Using things that are around you that people would throw away and adding value to it by creating this new dimension, using art, and also creating a lighting inside. It makes it so much different. And now, this simple, foolish bottle that was thrown away can be sold for a nice $1. Yes.
Absolutely. Somebody's trash is another person's treasure. Thank you for your time, Minister. The use of wool here and screws on wood. Thank you so very much. And I see Caddy Caddy Pink's designs, you should really be in fashion, but my daughter loves the bonnets that you create. So thank you so very much.
Where we go now? Souvenir?
Yes, we do. Love baggers. Love, love, love. So we just came out of fine arts and we're now making our way into, is this aromatherapy or is this souvenirs? Oh, souvenirs. Hi, morning. I am fine, thank you. Ali Gifts JA, you guys make sure that you put your signs on the outside so as soon as people walk by your booth, they can actually see. These are lovely. So you do wood?
Wood, 3D designs, social media design, tumblers.
So you do, so you do it all. So you do, that is a fan. So you curate boxes as well. Fantastic. I actually love how you do the 3D. Listen, these entrepreneurs not playing in it.
Yep. So we heard from John Mahfood earlier. Sir John, same question I asked the minister. I don't think it surprises you that we are so good at what we do. But then again, when you see the quality, what goes through your mind?
What goes through your mind? There's 180 exhibitors here, and when you look at the quality, it's amazing, and we need to find out how we move from here to being in the stores and the consumer shelves. I mean, the consumer hands. We have 4 million tourists coming here, and these are the types of things that they need and want, and we're going to have to spend some time thinking about that.
In your speech, we said gems. You gave a number of gems when you're walking around. Are you seeing what you were talking about? That are people getting where they ought to be?
Well, I'm going around and buying as many things as I can. Everything, there's so many things that would make nice gifts and actually nice to eat and so on. I mean, I can't name just a few. There's a lot. Artwork. I bought some nice scented candle in a nice display. Some peanuts that are Scotch bonnet flavored. It's all over the place.
And it's the innovation. I think it's the innovation. Scotch bonnet, peanuts. You know what I mean?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so very much. So we're in the souvenir. Congratulations. We're in the souvenir section. Little things matter. Your brand matters. Talk to me. So little things matter is about what? Wood? And how we displaying? Is it just wood? All right, so I see tumblers, I see personal things. I like little bush tea, cure anything. I like it. Coasters. Beautiful. And you guys are located, we can find you, right? So one of the important things is some brands do, but we cannot find you. Okay. Little things matter, and I see Caribbean botanist, you just sold your scented candles. So we are still in the souvenir section, just past Ali Gifts JA. Neville?
Yeah, so I'm with Tricia, and it's what, Bambusa? What's that?
Bambusa, we are a gifting business that focus on sustainable gifts made here in Jamaica. So we do personalization with laser engraving, which can be with your company branding, or a photo or a message with our high definition lasers.
Laser engraving. Woo. Maybe you want to take off the mask so they could see you when you're talking. Yeah, so laser engraving. I've never heard of that, but your stuff is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much. We really have a great team of artisans here in Jamaica, not just our wood designers, but across the island. We have artisans that make products from wicker, such as our picnic baskets, or charcuterie boards, photo boards, wood journals. We can do it all at Bambusa.
Bambusa has a meaning?
Yes. Bambusa is really Latin for bamboo, but it really speaks to the nature that we're coming from in terms of our essence and our drive. But if you want more information on who we are, our vision, which is really to be first in mind for sustainable gifting, just go to www.bambusajamaica.com.
I hope you sell off, as them say.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right. I'm just saying hi to Bambusa, one of my favorites. I got Christmas gifts from them last year. So I think I'm now moving from souvenir and I'm moving into aromatherapy. And I know it because I smell it before I even come to the tables. I see, is this Herness Beauty? And this is? But Gaia's holistic treats first. And
Right, made with the Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. It is very nice for the skin. It exfoliates, it tightens the skin. Then I have these amazing candles, rose-infused body oils, body creams. And the body creams, I have coconut cabana, lemongrass, eucalyptus. Very, very nice on the skin. It smells good. It feels good. Then the famous hair growth oil with the Jamaican black castor oil and rosemary.
so you just covered all bases then. You just went for the candle, everything that smells good. You have the lotion, you have the hair growth, you have, it's really beautiful, and the packaging is awesome. Do people normally mess up your name? Gia. And so pronounce it one more time, Gaia. And pronounce it? Gaia's. It's on rich. Abundance on you. Herness Beauty before I throw to.
What we have is an 100% organic hair and skincare products. We do have our hair growth serum. And I just want so,
although if you want to put it in my hair, it's hair growth, then go and put it in my hair, no man.
no, we'll talk afterwards.
It's on my scalp, I must put it?
Yes. So you'd open and moisturize the scalp. I don't want to ruin your nice hairstyle. So even though it's organic, it has black castor oil, which normally has a not so pleasant smell. We have created a formula that gives you a wonderful smell, but all the effects of the black castor oil, the rosemary, the coconut oil, and all the other essential oils. All right?
I like it. I think I'm going to take one for Neville to put in his head top. Neville, over to you.
Clutch JA Organics. Sheldon is the Chief Executive Officer. What is that about?
We are an organic skincare company where we offer 100% natural ingredients products for skincare. Currently we have scrubs, we have body butters, we have castor oil to grow your hair, we have hair growth oil, we also have soaps. So, you have our cerasee, moringa, tomato. Yes, tomato, a lot of persons don't know about tomato soap, but it's very, very good. We have turmeric, charcoal, and all of those things.
And this is male and female, right?
Both male and female, and it can be used for both on the face and also on the body.
What kind of support have you had since you started? How long have you been doing this?
We have been doing it for about 3 years now. We definitely, during the pandemic, we have actually seen some drop in sales, but since we have been recovering, we have seen things started to pick up back.
Beautiful. God bless.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Terry Carell.
Hey, how you doing? Okay, so I was actually going to head on down, but then I stopped because I think it was John Mafood and, of course, the minister who spoke about differentiation. It's important. So you hit the market, there are other people in the space, but how does your product stand out? And then I passed, is this Scentistry
candles.
Scented candles, but they look like pastry.
Yeah.
And it literally made me stop because I want to know more. Talk to us about your process of differentiating in a market that has so many scented candles.
So I wanted to have candles that don't look like any other candles. I didn't want to just have the plain candles poured into the jar or add color. So I did all of my candles based on the scent that it is. So for example, this one is lavender vanilla.
Yes.
And lavender is very calming and soothing. So I designed it with the stars, clouds, and moonlight.
And you did this all by yourself?
Yes, I did this all by myself.
Well, I stopped because I did hungry when I see the strawberry.
Neville, please do not eat.
It doesn't taste as good as it smells.
It's a great package.
I actually tried to taste it.
So your label says do not eat, correct?
I should put it on.
You probably should.
Yes, I should.
Great presentation.
Still want to taste the strawberry.
Scentistry candles.
Yeah, beautiful stuff.
The thing is, I particularly love aromatherapy simply because you smell, literally
This lady
smell.
look like she going to bully me if
How
I
you
don't stop, so I'm
doing?
going to stop. Scents by Cams. Who's Cams? The two one who can't come, one I have to be Cams. What you have here?
All right, we have Jamaican.
Want to remove the mask?
We have Jamaican scented candles, and it's primarily geared towards scents from yard. So for example, I know you know about Hallelujah in the Middle, Neville. So this is a representation of Hallelujah in the Middle. You want to take a smell of this?
Yeah, man, nice. How do you come up with the different scents? Because obviously scented candles been around forever. So how do you come up with the different scents?
All right, so we just think about things that are uniquely Jamaican, and we just try and create, we will mix different fragrances to come with the scent. You know, Hallelujah in the Middle is the main ingredient is sweet potato. So the sweet potato, little vanilla, little cinnamon, little nutmeg, and we just experiment until we get the formula right.
And you're satisfied that you did get the formula right?
Yes, we are.
All right, beautiful. Tell me the different scents you have right now.
Well, today we have coffee, we have blue maho, we have 1-1 cocoa, Lover's Rock.
What Lover's Rock smell like, please?
It has grapefruit, the hydronia, a little powder scent. Yes. So
Me like it.
yes.
Wash off my heart. No, so I love them name here. Coconut water. Lovely and good luck. All right, guys?
Thank you.
And it is sent by Cams. What you giving me? Cams? One of the Cams giving me something. Okay. Beautiful. Thanks a lot. Dr. Reed.
Hey, how you doing? Okay, so I'm here with Cheviel, who believes that, you know, when it comes to your natural hair and your skin, you must take care of it. It's a part of your lifestyle. When I looked at her, though, I'm like, you look really young. She said, God is preserving her. And I'm wondering if it's her products that have something to do with it. Talk to me about your brand story very quickly.
All right, so at Cheviel, it actually started with two kinky hair sisters on a quest for hair growth, searching for natural remedies that actually work. So in 2016, we were teenagers, so her middle name is Siobhan, and my middle name is Gabrielle. So we fuse it and we get Cheviel. So as I grew along my natural journey, I recognized that my lifestyle plays a big role for my hair and my skin. So I use my brand as a means to educate persons how they can improve their lifestyle through their eating, their drinking, and also using our natural products to maintain their hair and skin.
And I love the fact that it comes in different sizes. We can package it from soaps. I see oil, and that is like butter, detangle. I'll actually come back around to you simply because I think that I'd be interested in that with my natural hair. This is definitely something I'd be interested in. And I love the fact that you said you came up with your logo. A friend came up with your logo in the library, Chancellor Hall. There you go. Collaboration, teamwork makes the dream work, and I love what you've done with your packaging. Where is Neville? Neville.
Adelame Skincare. Kevon is here. What's that about? Tell me what's going on here.
All right, so Adelame Skincare is a new line of, well, not new line, but we've been working on this quite recently. We wanted to make sure everyone, you know, gets out of that COVID rut where everybody is just sitting down, not really taking care of their skin. So this is our way of just like saying, hey, this is something that you can do. Try to make sure that you get all of that muck and grime off your face looking better than ever. You know?
It's just about face?
Face, right, for now, we've been working on that, but we're planning on going deeper into the whole skincare routine overall.
Different scents?
Yes, definitely.
Fantastic. Dr. Reed.
Hello.
Here's this tall lady. She says she's tall, I'm 6 foot.
Listen, okay, so I'm familiar with Ooh La La. In fact, when I launched my book, I collaborated with Ooh La La to create a co-branded a candle, rosemary sage, and so I was so happy to see her here. What makes Ooh La La different?
I believe what makes Ooh La La different are the scents. You hear me now? So what makes Ooh La La different are the scents. Our scents literally make you go Ooh La La. We have a wide range of scents. We have Zen, we have mojito, we have Christmas scents like peppermint, mocha, the pumpkin spice, 'tis the season. So our scents actually make you live in the moment and you can experience what the season smells like through our scents.
No, I absolutely believe you. And even when I opened the packages, I actually did say, ooh la la. So I love your packaging. It's absolutely brilliant.
I said earlier that I unashamedly big up my sister my friend, I know if I say my author friend, I can't just say my friend, but Terry Carell, your booth is right here, my brand compass. The 13 C's, it said, to building your personal brand. Well, we want people to buy it, so don't tell me every single page, but what's that about?
Great products. Sometimes we are the products themselves. And it's just how do we make people stop and take notice of us? How do we communicate the value? How do we create value? That's what I talk about.
All right, again, give me one thing specific that you mentioned in the book.
I would say character and collaboration. Those are two big C's for me. Sometimes you can't do it on your own. Sometimes collaborating with other persons can help propel your brand exponentially.
Not everyone will be able to come here physically. How can they get the book if they can't come here today and
they can
tomorrow?
They can get it on Amazon, and it's in all the Kingston bookshops in Jamaica.
And tomorrow
as well as
you will
Fontana.
be here not as a presenter, but as an author.
As an author.
And you are ready to sign up, book and all kind of thing. How much is it?
3.5.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
me no ramfit, big up my friend then. Let's stop where we're going to stop right now. Right here. Let's stop right here. Who's this lady? How are you? Tell me about yourself and what you have here.
All right, so welcome to Sunkissed Treats. We're home of delicious bath and body products. Our motto is it's soap, not food. It may look delicious, smell delicious, but it's definitely not edible.
Delicious bath and body products. I never heard anybody use that word to describe bath. By the way, did you know that your hair is green?
Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah, so explain exactly, and maybe tell me the different things that you have with the bath and body products.
All right, so here we have some sugar scrubs, some whipped scrubs, soaps, coffee scrubs, and our skincare line, if you'd like to smell. This is our rum punch body scrub.
Actually, it does smell like rum punch.
Thank you. They were made for Jamaica Rum Festival, and they've just been a hit, so they've entered the main line.
How long have you been doing this?
I have been running this business for 4 years this year.
What kind of support you've had for your business?
It's been really good. People love the uniqueness of the product, and are really happy that they work.
And Christmas hurt that, will it?
It definitely won't hurt.
God bless.
You too.
Dr. Reed.
Listen, you're going to love this one, right? So this is Zanesha out of Ocherios. So we've been looking at different candles. I smelled your cinnamon swirl. It was stunning. I smelled the Blue Mountain coffee from a mile away. But then I realized that there is one here, which is called the
highlight.
The highlight. And what makes this one special?
Because it's our marijuana candle.
It's your marijuana candle. So if I light it, if I carry it, I buy it, I light it, everything will be okay?
Everything will be okay. You're just going to have a, nice mellow vibe.
Okay, so I'll buy this candle to get a nice, mellow vibe. Well, talk about using brand Jamaica and the things that we're known for and turning it into a candle. Great job. Lemongrass is called Highlight.
No, the marijuana one. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's called Highlight.
Yes. The minister is back with us. Sir,
Highlight.
We have 180 exhibitors, and I'm told that we had many, many more who wanted to be here. The quality that we see, if you're talking to me as an artisan, what you tell me, how I can reach here?
Well, first of all, I think you need to come quickly because we have a space issue. And already the place is loaded, but we're going to be here for 2 days. So you could...
No, I kind of meant the quality that I would need to get here. How do I,
First of all, we want you to come to see it. But in order to be an exhibitor, you have to have a certain quality of product. And we have a team that does the evaluation, and you have to make a minimum of 70%, of the 100, 70%. Minimum. So that what we're saying is that it's not just a product we're talking about. We're talking about an exceptional product, a high quality product that will definitely hit the market and that will also add value to the experience of people who come here.
How do you ensure that there's not a sameness to everybody wants to sell candle, everybody wants to sell shirt? How do you ensure that?
So this is where the qualitative element of it comes in. Those who do the evaluation then look at the products and they take the best of it. So if you are doing candles, it's the best. It's not every candle anymore. It's the best. And similarly with bath and the scrubs and all of your, nutraceutical applications, it's the best. So one thing you can be assured of is that to make the cut for Christmas in July, you have to be the best.
Thanks, sir. Dr. Reed? Where's Dr. Reed? Terry?
Okay, so I know we've been looking at candles. I haven't written your name yet. We saw the different kind of scents, right? We've seen the lemongrass, we've seen cinnamon swirl and mint mojito. I'm loving the rum cream for Wicks by Grey. I think it's really amazing how you guys are able to capture some things that are so near and dear to, Jamaicans. Talk to me about what makes your candles so different from all the others.
So our candles are made from 100% soy wax. And from the inception, we created an affirmation line. So not only does the candle smell perfect, but it has the quotes that will uplift, motivate, and inspire. So everything came together as one to touch that person inside out.
How long have you been in business?
About a year and a half.
A year and a half, so you're still a newbie. Well, I love your packaging, love what you represent. I hope you get a whole heap of orders for Christmas, and that's Wicks by Grey.
So, Terry, over here, we have some candles. Terry, I want you over here, We have some candles, and it's called Jamaica 60 candles because red, gold, and black. Red, gold, and green is not Jamaica, it's black. It's black, gold, and green. Why you wanted to do this? And is this specific for this year?
Yes, definitely. We have Jamaica 60 coming up, and that's a special occasion. So we decided to choose a scents that represent Jamaica. So, for example, we have the Land of Spice, and it's in black. That represents, the Jamaica. It represents the people. And if you take a sniff, you'll see the different spices that are coming out. So, Jamaican are very spicy people. We also have the Irie vibes. Tell me what you're smelling here. Close to.
Yeah, I almost said lignum vitae or something.
So it's hemp inspired. And then we have the Tropical Bliss, which this one for me takes me back to the beach when you're at the hotel and everything's lovely, relaxing. So
Copeland Creations.
I'm right here. So you know what makes packaging so important? Herbu, I saw you yesterday. A lot of the times entrepreneurs don't understand that when you send samples can be so important. I received a small bottle of Herbu some years ago in a little, sample, in a little sachet, and I use it in my hair actually. So it's fantastic. I love it. I use the green, the one that is the green, the dual shampoo. And do you have an oil?
Yes, we do.
It's the oil that I'm familiar with.
Hair oil. Protective moisturizing hair oil. Right. It promotes hair growth, and it's good, of course, for any fungal scalp conditions.
Fantastic. How long have you guys been in business? 6 years. All right. Wishing you guys all the best for Christmas. No problem, Herbu.
So Helen's business is called Tessame because Tessame is your mom. What do you sell?
We sell scented soy candles. We do pillar candles, pillar soy candles. We have room sprays, essential oil diffusers.
Why soy?
Soy because it's biodegradable and more people are trying to become more health conscious. So all the materials that we use, we ensure that they are FDA they're renewable and they're biodegradable.
What's over here? Okay.
Okay, so
you got it. Thank you.
Okay, so we were just talking Birthright Limited. She started out, I think, in Florida. Then you decided to come back home. And I'm looking at some of the before and after photos in terms of skincare. And you created all of this. So tell me why your brand is important. Why do you do what you do?
Well, I've had 2 surgeries to remove uterine fibroids, and in my research, I learned more about how important it is to use natural products, not just to eat healthy, but also what you put on your skin as well. And then maybe 4 years ago, I started menopause. So I developed skincare products that would help me. I had the hormonal acne. And so I developed natural products to take care of the.
Well, your skin is absolutely stunning. I love your packaging, especially for your glow creams. So, where's your card? Did you bring a card? Oh, fantastic. I'll definitely come back. Neville, over to you. This is Birthright Limited.
Yeah, Andre is with me. Andre, what you have here? Tell me the name of the company and what you do.
All right, we are Hemalux.
Take off the mask.
All right, we are Hemalux Limited. We have here on display all natural aloe vera gel as well as sanitizers. So our Hema aloe vera gel has no alcohol, fragrances, or dyes. So it's perfect for sensitive skin. It will moisturize the skin as well as your hair.
All right, Nature's Premium right beside you. Tell me about that.
At Nature's Premium, we do health and beauty products, and we use coconut in the base of all our.
Why coconut?
Okay, because the health benefits from coconut is enormous. The coconut has the tree of life, so we have so. Our raw material is from the local farmer. What we can't grow, we buy from the local farmer.
It's a coconut wash off your heart, no?
Yes, yes.
Where's Dr. Reed? All right, let me come here.
All right, listen, we're still in the section that makes you feel. You know, we tend to burn out ourselves even as entrepreneurs. So it's very nice to meet brands that are talking about centering yourself. Center yourself. Talk to me and what makes your brand different.
So Center Yourself is a brand that not only look at just the outside, we look at the inside. And when you buy the product and you're using the product, that's what we want you to experience. Centering of yourself, centering your mind about how do you think about yourself when you're using our products. And that is what we want to bring to the market.
And so it's diverse. You have
Everything.
candles, you have soap. What do you have?
We have candles, soap, body butter, all naturally made here in Jamaica. And we have, of course, our flagship, our body butter, turmeric body butter that is very, very good.
Center yourself. Yeah, come on, chat.
No, such passionate. I love it.
What
Very
What
passionate.
parish you guys are located? Saint Catherine.
She rough, man.
But tell you, Saint Catherine is gone. I mean, Saint Catherine.
Kerry Nicole. But my daughter named Nicole, so I have to stop her. So, Kerry, tell me about this.
These are scented candles as well as our mist, our scented mist as well. And we have
Scented mist. What do you mean by that? What do I do now?
spray it up, man. Spray it up in your room when you want to smell up the place. Yeah, man. The body oil as well. We have right here our body oil, new as well.
Nice packaging.
You can smell for the ones who want a mild scent. You're romantic?
Me? Let me not look like being romantic.
Did you just ask Neville if he's romantic?
You're Mr.
In front of
Romantic
so much
for you.
people?
Why not?
Jesus. Okay, so I'm just gonna speak briefly with Live Simple, simply because I love what it represents. I know that sustainability has always been important to you. Environment has always been important to you. Why Live Simple? And I think did you start out during the pandemic?
Yes, I did actually. I was made redundant and I had to find something to do. And obviously my line of work where I focus more on environment, it came out here. So the packaging is sustainable, the products are natural, and everything is really surrounding, just being healthy as well as protecting our environment.
I love it. So it's the soap. I think you have a whipped body butter. And you have candle and it's soy wax as well. Very, very, very proud of all brands that are striving for sustainable development. Oh, I love it. Congrats.
Real Botanics. Tell me about that.
Hi, Jamaica. So Real Botanics is a personal care product line. So we formulate shower gels, lotions. We also have candles as well and hair conditioner. A part of our service as well, we offer private labeling as well as formulating services.
All right, and tell me, what's your company's name? Nature Beauty Bar. What? Bees Natural Beauty Bar. All right, I'll get it right. What's that?
Okay, these natural beauty bar is a natural line that we make natural soaps, face washes, body oil, face and body oils, body butters, and as well toners as well. These was created because the owner is a registered nurse and she became very sick with, I think, about 3 autoimmune diseases.
and she was unable to use the synthetic products that were online, so she decided to try natural, and natural was working for her.
Fantastic. That almost looked like sweet. You nearly take up one.
All right. So if I'm not mistaken, we're coming out of aromatherapy. We're starting with fashion and accessories. And I've definitely seen a lovely booth, pretty little bags, and specializing in crochet. But it's not just bags. I see beanie for the head. I see you have your earrings in. I see your mask have crochet. Talk to me about the use of crochet as opposed to leather and other kinds of materials that we see.
All right, so a lot of people think that crochet is an old woman kind of thing. Nobody wants to crochet anymore.
Oh, who says so?
Yes, but it is still a large community. When you go on Instagram and Facebook, it's a large community of us. And it's beautiful, it's different. Nobody's really using it much in Jamaica anymore. And it's just nice to see something created. I love to sit down and crochet. It's relaxing, it relaxes you, it's stress-free, and it's cost-effective. It's very cost effective, but it's time consuming and it's laborious, but it's beautiful when you look and see the things you create from it. So.
I think one of the things I love about crochet is that they last for a very long time. So I have things that are crochet made, and it's years. But I love the colors, I love the big bags, I see the crossbody, I see the beanies, and I even see the pouches, makeup bags, all with crochet. Lovely. So that is pretty little bags. Where are you located? Which parish? St. I love it.
Well, that's St. Catherine.
Very
Aila
nice to
is
meet
from
you.
Clarendon, and it's called Aila Sandals and Accessories. Tell me about this. You make this yourself with your daughter and your husband and stuff. How long you start this, and why you wanted to do this?
Well, for income, yes, because I am Rastafari. So when I made the transition, I had to do something for myself, different from a 9 to 5. So this is my creativity was always there. So I just advance on it and continue. I started with crochet, and then I switch over into leather using crochet stitches and create this beautiful leather work. We use coconut, bamboo, calabash, seeds, palm seeds, and all over Jamaica. So that's basically it, and wood mixed with leather, embellishment, and all of that.
So is it sandals and bags?
No, we also do accessories. Accessories.
Jobless.
Yes, thanks.
Respect. Dr. Reed.
Hi, how you doing? By the way, for the persons who are watching on PBC, hey, we see you. You're asking your questions. You want to know what the products look like. You want to know how much the products cost. If you are here in Kingston, Ocho Rios not too far either. You can come on down. We're going to be here from 9 to 5 p.m. today as well as tomorrow, where you can actually interact with the booth holders to find out how you can order your tokens, your corporate gifts, your Christmas gifts. So we see your questions, but come on down so you can see the product, ask your questions, and more importantly, buy. So we're still in fashion and accessories. Saw your booth, loved everything. I saw the bag, then I saw the cap, I saw a whole heap of things. This is T-Things Designs. Talk to me. Talk to me about your design style.
I'm very patriotic, so I do love the Jamaican designs. I'm very Afrocentric as well, so I have layered necklaces and everything Jamaican. I have masks, and it's a whole variety of items for souvenirs for you to take back. I also do crochet, so the variety is very wide for you to choose from.
You are like a jack of all trades. Is this what you always wanted to do, or did you just stumble upon this?
It's definitely what I've always wanted to do. I've always been a creative, and I'm on my journey right now. I resigned from my job last year, and I'm 100% doing what I was born to do, which is to create.
Well, listen, congratulations. If you can resign and start your own thing and go into it 100%, I wish you all the best. I love the shirt that you have on. Like this. I think you're gonna do extremely well. Is this Love's creation? How are you? So let me practice a little bit of my sign. I learned good morning. Right. Thank you. So I learned good morning. How are you? You're fine. Okay, I'm fine as well. Talk to me or, and I understand that your son is here as well. Talk to me about what makes your design special. So we have other persons who've done crochet, other people who have crochet bags, crochet hats. But what makes you different? All right.
You don't see people making a lot of these crochet animals out here in Jamaica.
Okay, and so for persons listening, what she's saying is that she's not just using the crochet for hats, but she's also using it for cup holders. She's also making it for kids' toys. And it is actually, it's well done, the colors that are used. So she's showing you the diversity of using your crochets, not just even shorts. I see shorts here as well. I see little tops and crossbody. And you are located where? You're located in Mandeville, all right. And this is Love's Creation, specializing in crochet. Thank you.
Dominic is here to tell us about Shades of Africa. Stay with me here. Tell me about the stuff here, Dominic. Great to see you.
Great to see you as well. Over here, these are custom-made African clothing. These are clothing you'll see once and never again. We got these directly from Africa. And I remember distinctly spending 2 hours on the plane to get this one. Also, by the way...
Hold on. You remember distinctly waiting on the plane for 2 hours to get this particular material? Fabric? So you are a part of the selection of the fabric?
Yes, and I also sometimes design this as well.
And sometimes, how old are you?
13.
You are 13?
Yes, very tall.
He's like, yes, I'm 13 and I'm very tall. So you are 13 and you have become a part of the selection of the fabric as well as the design.
More or less. I've stopped designing after a while, but I still do.
Well, Dominic is 13, going on about 39. Thank you, my friend.
Okay.
All right, so that's just about
you.
it for us here. It is day one, and it's called Christmas in July, put on by so many different people. It's an initiative of the Tourism Linkages Network, which is a department of...
The Tourism Enhancement Fund. And we always have to thank the Ministry of Tourism for the support of small businesses, micro businesses, but also the partners. We're talking about JBDC, JAMPRO. We're also talking about...
JMEA.
And JHTA, without whom all of this Christmas in July would not be possible.
But by the way, you heard us at the top, 180 exhibitors, and in a very serious way, Terry Carell Reed is one of them. She has a book here. So come down tomorrow. She told you the times. Okay, come down today also because they go until 5 o'clock. And then tomorrow is from 9 to 5. We won't be the presenters tomorrow, but Terry Carell will be here all day at her booth because I suspect it's a little bit difficult for her to be doing all of this. And people say, where she is, we want to sign, but she's a pro, so she has to wait. So thanks.
Right, and we just want to remind you, we're buying Jamaica, we're building Jamaica. We're supporting our exhibitors, and we want you to order and purchase, not just for Christmas, but throughout the year.
Yeah, and it's not just a sameness. You have candles and you have stuff, but it's aromatherapy. It is...
processed foods, there's souvenirs, fashion and accessories, and there are the fine arts.
Yep, and these people have put a whole lot of stuff in not only making it, but packaging it to ensure it looks nice. It's coming like food. They say you eat with your eyes. The same way you buy, If it look chaga, you probably say, no, sir. Even though it might be something good. So it's important you heard all the speakers telling everyone that this is about getting people to come in, getting customers to come in and to sell your wares. So thank you so much. But I am so, in a very serious way, incredibly proud of you.
Thank you.
I've known you for a long time.
Yes.
And to be an author and to be so confident in what you do. I
Thank
pray
you.
that this works for you.
Thank
and
you.
you will sell every single book that you make.
From your lips to God's ears.
Yeah, but again, finally from you, if they can't make it, they can't buy it here, how can they get the book?
Amazon as well as Kingston Bookshop.
What's the name of the book?
My Brand Compass.
There you go. And she's my friend, Compass.
It's been a pleasure. Terry Carell Reed and, of course, Neville Bell. Can't wait to see you guys. Come on down, purchase, order, support. Buy Jamaica, build Jamaica.
Blessings.